open news if we the four corners of Ghana there na ebusian for channel way so and I want sa ebeka ewo aha eye Ghanatube so ensem ekobe nyina no aha na ni nyina no ubenya edi efina se ne maji akonya matena sisei no na chese ensem ahodo ekobe nyina no eno era mede ebo ebusian for entem pass so menum enkwan no enja fufu ne bewa kotie ensem ekoso ewo man Ghana me ba na matwa so edi amount.
Now, the Bank of Ghana has assured the business community, particularly members of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA, that there is no shortage of foreign exchange, also known as forex, in the system. This is despite recent concerns as raised by the traders. This assurance follows a meeting between the central bank and GUTA leadership after widespread complaints from traders about difficulties in accessing forex from commercial banks. GUTA President Dr. Joseph Obeng, in a statement, urged members of the business community to remain calm as the Bank of Ghana works to resolve the issue. Clement Boateng is the first vice president of GUTA, presumably was in that meeting as well with the Bank of Ghana. Mr. Boateng, thank you very much for speaking to us. What exactly are the concerns of traders with regards forex and its acquisition? Because the Bank of Ghana says there is enough at the commercial banks.
Yeah, good afternoon, Bauto, and thank you for having me. As you widely said, Bank of Ghana has said there are enough forex in the system, so it beats our imagination as to how our members are complaining that when they go to their banks for transfer of forex to be affected to their suppliers, the banks keep telling them that they don't have the forex, and this has continued for close to 1 month now. So as a responsible organization, we took it upon ourselves, to engage the Bank of Ghana and find out what is really the problem. If really there are shortages of forex. So we had a meeting with the Bank of Ghana. They also don't understand why the commercial banks are doing so, because as far as they are concerned, they have been supplying the commercial banks with forex, and so it beats their imagination, for the banks to say that there are no forex. So they assured us that this week they will monitor the banks. They will engage the banks and find out if there are really challenges or shortage of forex. So we also we keep a close eye and also monitor and make sure that what Bank of Ghana told us is really the matter. So that is the issue at stake.
Right, Mr. Boss, have you personally experienced this challenge of a lack of forex, having visited a commercial bank with legitimate documents seeking to go do business?
I personally, have not done any transfer for some time now, but a lot of my members, both Accra and Kumasi, have been complaining that when they go to the bank, transfers cannot be effected because the bank simply tell them that they don't have the forex. So we thought it's even the issue of documentation, but that is not the issue. They have their documentation 100%, everything is genuine, but then bank cannot, do the transfer for them, and that is the reason why we have to engage, the Bank of Ghana.
And they say the banks give what excuse? What reasons did the bank give for not meeting their forex demands? Is it that they do not have it?
There is no other reason. There is no other reason than to tell us that they don't have the forex. There is no other reason, but they keep telling us that they don't have the forex. But when we went to the Bank of Ghana also told us that they have been supplying them. So they also understand. They also don't understand why the bank keeps telling us that they don't have the forex.
Well, like you said, the BOG says they will be monitoring this week. We'll return to you at the course of the week and find out what the situation is. But Mr. Boateng, thank you very much for speaking to us. And you may be wondering why this is a subject of importance to you. Remember, a lot of the goods you find on the market, Guta goes out of the country and does the purchasing. They use the forex more often than not, the dollar. If they are not getting it for cheap at the commercial banks, they will be forced to look elsewhere, which might go higher. The black market, for instance, which could be sold to them at a higher price, and that subsequently could mean higher prices for goods that you'll be finding on the market. And that's why there is that conversation we're having. But let's switch our focus from there and do something else, because it is a popular delicacy among Ghanaians, but its processing leaves much to be desired. Some fish processors continue to dry anchovies, popularly referred to as Keta school boys, on the background, raising concerns about hygiene and food safety. There's a bit more in this report.
What's my dad?
At midday at Tema New Town, a fish processor has come in with the consignment of fresh anchovies to be prepared. For years, this has been the traditional and most preferred way of processing the fish, which will be dried and later sold at the market. For the fish processor, the anchovies must have a specific texture. They must be brittle, dry and not discolored, hence the decision to dry them under sunlight to achieve this texture.
For pipe,
We first sprinkle pipe bomb water on the ground before drying it. The ones for poultry are dried directly on the ground. We need racks to dry the anchovies. One costs 600 cedis. Drying the Keta school boys on bare ground raises significant food safety concerns. The practice exposes the fish to potential contamination from various sources, including reptiles, rodents, and insects.
Let me just comment or comment section. Na meje where I can de amount fefe make I will say only subscribe here my channel where you for subscribe na hitting notification bell no send be ansem no sem ni tuma na wenya no intem pa so mo amodofo snowy and am betana say ensem no ebrem sisi ade makam.